Okay, so welcome everyone to this call. I'm really happy that we can all gather here like this. And I've already called in all the angels and the archangels that I work with and the masters and all of that unseen help that is sometimes seen when we pay attention and we tune in. So I've called in all of these helpers to join us today. And so there's a lot of different things that we can talk about and work with today that will be very helpful. And so as usual, I'll just work with the angels and have their guidance. And we're going to do some healing work with quantum energy, working with the frequency of the heart. And do some sound healing and a few other things. So I'm just going to tune in here for a second. And you can tune in along with me. So connect your feet down into the earth center and your root chakra down into the center of the earth and your sacral chakra down into the center of the earth so that you're grounded and connected and balanced. And you can breathe in that energy of the earth up through your feet into your body and make sure that you're grounded daily through these massive changes that we're going through. The grounding is really the key. We can talk about that a little bit more later, but you want to get yourself grounded into the earth and then open your body all the way through top to bottom so that your crown can connect up to source. Some people call that God. It doesn't matter what you call that. It's to connect you to very high vibrational energy. You want to be able to keep your energy up high. So as we're kind of getting started in this call, I'm putting out an intention that all of us will be cleared in our mental bodies. So as I was meditating a couple days ago, Archangel Gabriel came in on my left, which is where the helpers come in to talk to me. I was like receiving on my left because I know that that's a helper. When it's a lost soul or somebody wandering around, they hover, and it's not really a great feeling. And I know it's not a helper, but the helpers come in on the left. So yeah, so oh, Mary, if you want to mute your phone.
Yes, thank you. Sorry.
Thank you. Perfect, thank you. So Archangel Gabriel came in on my left and asked me if on the next call if I would help people to clear their mental bodies. So we all have many bodies of energy besides the physical, and the mental is the one that is getting blocked up because there's so much going on. Okay, so with that, I'm just going to tune in for a message around that from the helpers, see what a little bit about what they want to say about the mental body. They're saying, practice discernment, dear ones. Practice being fully present in your body so that there's no room for other people's emotions to take over your system. Other people's emotions, other people's problems, the energies that are on the planet right now. Know that what is occurring is happening for a reason, to begin the process of transformation that the planet is going through. Not that it's beginning, it's been going for a long time, but to really get it moving in the direction that it needs to go. So just be aware that your bodies will need clearing. Clear your bodies, clear your chakras, clear your minds regularly, and connect with Mother Earth. Connect with the earth and ground. Okay, I'm just going to see if, I believe this is Archangel Gabriel that is connecting with us here. Yes, he's nodding yes. Was there anything else you wanted to say about that? Keep yourselves very clean of other people's energies and of the collective consciousness energy. You don't need to carry that. Should you feel anxious or worried or upset, know that likely it's not even, doesn't even belong to you. And go and dump it into the trash. It's kind of laughing, but you can put it into the garbage. You can clean it off. Okay, so I'm just going to share now. That's what he was saying, and I'm just going to share how I've been doing that. So if you start feeling anxious and your mind is wandering all over the place and you're getting into the stress of things, just pull out of it by going into nature and taking your power back, knowing that you have a very powerful, strong body and it knows how to heal itself. Don't buy into the fear. A huge percentage of what's happening now is just fear-based. You don't need to buy into it. You don't need to go there. So just stay in your own reality, create your own life the way you want it to be, and clean yourself off. Okay. Just going to tune in here and see. One of the best ways to clean off is grounding with nature. If you can go outside to the earth, or connect to the earth if you can't go outside from inside. I have a grounding pad from earthing.com. Not that you have to have that, but that's one tool that I like, that I put my feet on 30 minutes a day, usually before bed. It's just a little pad that plugs in to the grounding port in the wall, in the electrical, and it becomes a way to ground yourself. So if you should be going into anxiety or fear, you are not grounded. Call on the angels to help you ground and clear. So that's really, really important to do. Should you have, any little symptom or something, just relax into it, connect to that body part, see what you need to do. It's usually quite simple. Increase your water, get some vitamin C, maybe you need oregano oil. Just be proactive and your body knows what to do. Okay, so how else I clear is clearing out trapped emotions. Emotional freedom technique, EFT tapping, is a really good one that I use. Emotion code release is something that I'm trained in. Maybe some of you know it, or you just sort of tune into what might be trapped and start sweeping your face and head just outside of it with your palm. You just sweep it off. You just sweep off that emotion. Okay, so, all right. So I hope that helps. Looks like the angels want me to go into the group healing now. I'm getting a connection with that right now. So I'm going to go in to do a group healing and then maybe talk a little bit more about that later. So let me get grounded here and connected below, connected above to source. And so it's just going to start working with clearing off your chakras. Archangel Raphael is talking about just as the energy is running to help clear you. Raphael is known as the healer, is coming in with a very pink colored energy, pink shade, for working with your emotional body and your heart to help you to clear. He's also showing me that some of you are processing a lot for other people, children, maybe parents, partners, whatever it is. A lot of you are likely empaths and, healers on some level, carrying the higher energies for this transformation we're going through, which is also what I do. And so we need help with staying balanced, which is why I want to do these calls for people. Because this is my field of expertise, you could say. It's my soul's purpose. I'm trained in everything you can imagine when it comes to emotional release, working with energy. It's my area of strength. And even with all of the training that I have, I even, can really get pulled in. It's like, wow, I can only imagine what it's like for people that have no understanding of what's going on. So just make yourself a priority. Okay, so I'm just tuning into the energy again. It's working around the upper neck and throat area. So the quantum energy that I work with is working with the frequency or energy of the Sacred Heart. And it's part of an 8-week course that I teach. So if that's something that you want to learn more about, that's available. And that's what I'm using here. So the energy, this frequency is flowing, and it's unlimited in what it can do. And so it can go through time and space and to wherever you are, into your body. Now it's moving into the mental, into your head, third eye and brain area to clear your perspective, overwhelm, and just helping you unplug from what you see. Don't watch the news. Get away from all that stuff. You don't need to listen to it. You just need to be informed, and that's enough. And then pull away and be in your own space and be connected to your source from inside. That's what you want to be doing every moment. Okay, so this energy is just working through your systems. I'm not the one doing the healing. I'm the conduit or the connector to bring it through to help other people. Okay, so now I'm just being shown, okay, so that's good for right now to just allow that. And I'm being shown right now grass outside, like being outside. So, okay, so I'm just going to see here what the angels and the masters are wanting me to do with this, with nature and grass. There's an exercise we're going to be doing. So I've seen this before. This is the second time this has come around. So Archangel Raphael brought this forward before, that we are to connect our hearts to the energy of nature. Okay, so we can all visualize and intend that our heart frequency, the energy of our heart, is connected to nature. Just with your intention, so you're connecting to Mother Nature, to the energy of nature, so that you can stay balanced and grounded and stay away from the mind. Which, by the way, is the most powerful tool to clear fear and anxiety and get out of other people's stuff. Is, if that should happen, go from your mind, pull your focus from your mind, and pull your mind down into your upper chest, into your heart, or your sacred heart. And as you do that, your mind will clear and the anxiety will clear. And I recommend to meditate like that every day. If you can do that 20 to 30 minutes or longer, you will find it'll take you a long ways towards balancing and clearing and being able to hear the guidance. You know, you want to be able to hear the guidance that you have inside you so that you can know what you need to do. You have every tool to navigate through your life safely and with everything that you need for yourself. You'll know exactly what to do. But to do that, you need to unplug from all the internet, all the online stuff, and go within and do it every day. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in here again and see if there's anything else, any other messages coming in. So the only way you're able to hear messages, when I say hear, I mean in any form. That can be knowing, feeling, sensing, thoughts, you know, the telepathy, that's a form of hearing. Or, you know, if you're very visual, you might be a seeing person. Whatever way you're able to get inner guidance, it kind of comes through your imagination. So the way you're able to do that is you need to clear your mind. You need to go within some amount daily, and especially now, several times a day. Take the focus away from the mind and bring it back into the heart. And that will bring you into clarity. I'm just listening. I'm just tuning in again to see for the next level of guidance. It's just coming through again about the grounding and how important it is. So find a way to get grounded every single day. Some essential oils will ground you, you know, the more earthy oils. I love essential oils. I'm working with tea tree oil in the chest right now, peppermint in the throat. If you have a cold, you can rub cinnamon in the bottom of your feet. Oils are a powerful way to heal. You can use that. Just find ways to stay present in your body and not get pulled away into the craziness. There's no need for that. We'll just have you mute your line. There was just a little bit of background sound. Okay. So what was I saying about, so, okay, I'm just going to reconnect back in here and see. Yeah, so really, really take that time for yourself. Make yourself a priority. Things really need to break down so that the new systems can come in and take their place. So everything that's happening is happening for a reason, and it's going to be very, very supportive to where we need to go. Okay, so, all right, so what we can do now is I'll just go over connecting with the heart frequency and what you can all do with it, which is amazing. Really doesn't really begin to cover how amazing of the things that you can do with the heart frequency. So if you just put your attention on your upper chest where your sacred heart would be, it's not really the physical, it's more like your spiritual heart. Put your focus there and imagine it activating or turning on, and send a beam of energy from there. And we're going to do the blood just for practice. You can do any body part, organ, or anything that you want, physical, emotional, by directing frequency of the heart to the area that you want. As you direct it to your blood, it will immediately begin to clean it. It will clean out bacteria, virus, toxins, anything that needs to be cleaned out. You can clean out your own blood. You just need to be willing to go in a quiet space, turn on your frequency, and direct it to your wherever you're sending it to. You can check your own blood regularly. We can do all of these things. We're moving to a time of self-empowerment. We need to know how to connect with our bodies and listen to them and work with them, not against them. Work with natural remedies, not with so many drugs and chemicals. Okay, so as you're directing it to your blood, and you just practice with it, and the more you meditate, the better you'll become. You will get a sense of your blood. You'll get a sense of what it feels like, what it maybe looks like, whatever way. You can just continue to run it there. And should you feel that you need a healing, start working with your heart frequency and clean yourself out regularly. Check your blood, check your organs, send frequency. Okay, so I've done this many times where I've caught some kind of a cold or a flu, and I will just clear it out with the frequency and feel better, quite quickly. Okay, so just remember to work with yourself, work with that energy. Okay, so I'm just going to go back here and see what we can do next. Sleeping. Okay, so if you're having trouble sleeping, you're probably not grounded. When you're pulled in too many directions, you're thinking too much, you can't sleep, so you need to meditate. The best tool that I know of is focusing your mind into your heart. Pull the energy down from your head and into your heart and sit, and just, if your mind starts to wander, bring it back into the heart. It's one of the very best tools that I know of to meditate. I also like forms of Qigong. I do something called Falun Gong, which is really powerful way to keep all your energy flowing in your body. So you want to get your mind clear? Do you want to get grounded? Wear hematite. I have a magnetic hematite ring that grounds me. I even wear it at night now. I wear it all the time, and it really helps me. I've got a hematite bracelet. I've got it in necklace form. Hematite is a huge help. Okay, so yeah, grab your hematite when I'm going to tune back into the angels again and see if they have any other messages about this. They want to talk about letting go. Okay, so show me what this is about letting go. There's just, in general, they're saying most people's lives are very heavy. They have a heavy load. They have heavy work. They just carry a lot of stuff with them. And they have like a heavy load. And during this time of purging, cleansing, which is what is going on now, it's for you to start unloading what's heavy. Okay, so that's why there's needing to be changes in people's work. Your job might be changing. Maybe your relationship maybe needs changing. There's a lot of change going on, and it's all about letting go and then being comfortable with going through the unknown. You might be in a place of unknown right now as well, and letting yourself be comfortable with that, knowing that there's a higher plan going on. We have a lot of help from the higher realms. These are, again, the unseen helpers that come in many forms that are here to help with this transition that the earth is going through. So um, making yourself the priority, taking time for yourself, and knowing that these changes are, they might be difficult on some level, but they're very, very good changes. So just know that you are safe, and start practicing talking to, your guides, your angels. Everybody has this help. If you're not comfortable with that, then just talk to your own inner guidance, your intuition, if you want to call it that, whatever you feel comfortable with. We all have that, and that's where we need to go to. That's where the best information you could possibly get will come from there. Okay, so if you need to know if you need to move or change jobs, or it's going to come from there, from that quiet space. Okay, so there was a stretch where I was really distracted with technology and stress and getting pulled down. And so I just let it go and started back into my patterns of balance, where I take time to meditate every day, get grounded, listen to my guidance, ask for guidance, and feel inside. And so that's what I'm bringing to you to do. So it's really where we all want to be going at this point, is that inner place. Okay, so there's a way, there's the opportunity to be, what is the word? There's an opportunity to have everything that we need at all times. You never need to go without or anything like that. You just keep that inner connection and that guidance, and you'll be shown exactly. There's always a highest level way to go that would be the best in any situation to kind of choose, and your higher self will guide you, all the time through giving you the answers to your questions. So start practicing with asking your inner guidance and then listening. So to be able to hear, you will have to get your mind quiet. We all need to learn how to do that. So take the time to do it. Take the time to go inside. Okay, so I'm going to open up the lines for a little bit of connection. If someone has a question about anything I talked about, or something else they want to ask or share, then you can unmute your line, or I can unmute it for you, and you can share, so we can all get a little bit connected. Yeah, go ahead, Dorothy.
I just want to say thank you, Annette. Thank you for the invitation to be present at this time, and thank you for the hope and encouragement that that this call is made. I just came back from our park around the corner.
We'll have you a little bit speaking up, a little bit closer to a little bit louder.
Yeah, I was really just saying thank you so much for this invitation, because it is. I feel for me, it certainly is a time, a call of hope and encouragement, and getting back to the basics and remembering what is important. So thank you, Annette.
Thanks for sharing that. And I think, Allison, you wanted to say something?
I was just wondering, I watched a masterclass with Donna Eden, and she had mentioned another way of grounding was taking a stainless silver spoon and rubbing it over the soles of your feet and down your spine. Are you aware of this?
I've heard of that before. I've never tried it, but that sounds like it might be a great idea.
Yeah, just something to do just before you go to bed, or when you get up before you put your feet into your bed. anyway, that was what I was curious about.
Oh, good. Okay, well, thanks for sharing that one.
Yeah.
Anybody else has a question, a share?
Hi, Annette. I just wanted to share. Thank you for the reminder of, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Thank you for the reminder, because I mean, some days my mind is all over the place, like just with everything that's going on. And the other night, I did that before I went to bed. I did a meditation, calmed my mind, and it was amazing. I visualized as I was walking down this pathway. I asked the angels for protection, to take care of me and my family, and with everything that's going on, to clear my mind. And as I was going down this pathway, it was like every time I took a step forward, there was like purple light as I was walking. So it really does help to
Yeah,
meditate before you go to bed, to clear your mind, and it helps you sleep better as well.
it sure does. It makes all the difference.
Yes.
It's really funny because I was getting in, it's so easy to get into the pattern. And of course, there's so much distraction because there's so much information out there. And, you know, we just don't need more information. We need to unload the overload of information we already have. So I was talking to Archangel Michael one day, um, just in conversation, just kind of talking, and I just saying, "Oh, what would you do, you know, before bedtime?" And he said, "Well, I would prepare. You need to actually prepare yourself before you go to sleep. So turn off all your electronics a few hours before, get meditated, get grounded, and have that quiet time."
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Linda.
Thank you.
Hi, Annette.
Hi, Thea.
Hi, thank you for doing this. I wanted to clarify, the heart frequency. Um, we can use it on our children or other people. Is that correct?
You definitely can, but just like when you do any remote healing, you do want to do it either with their permission or send it to their higher self for them to receive it if they want it. Uh,
Oh,
it's interesting that you asked that because today Linda and we were doing remote healing for somebody, and we both got the same message. I get a red X and a stop energy if I'm not supposed to send healing to a certain person. It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it does. And then she got the same thing, a stop.
wow.
Yeah. So just we can't interfere where we are not supposed to. Sometimes someone needs to go through their journey, or we're not supposed to send healing, so just like when we do long distance Reiki or in any other form, we need to sort of have permission.
Yeah, that's a good reminder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we
thank
just
you so
kind of need
much.
to be aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Annette.
Okay, was there anybody else? No. Okay, so I think what I will do next, I am going to do some sound healing. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my guitar. Okay. So I've been working with the power of sound for a long time, using guitar. I have a drum, hang drum, And it's one of the most powerful ways that I know of to clear trapped energy in the body. It just works, you know, sound current is really, really powerful. And then when you combine it with these high frequencies of the heart and working with the higher realms, it's really, really very powerful. So I'm just going to start with the guitar. And just as I get ready to do it, I'm going to put out the intention that we connect with all of the other, you know, everybody around the planet that is wanting peace and wanting to connect in this way through the heart, and that are holding the vision for the new earth and for the peace on the planet, that this sound will support, you know, clearing people's mental chatter and healing for the earth. So just breathe in that, feel that peaceful clearing energy. It will clear off your whole energy field, your body, your mind. Anything heavy will just be cleared away with the sound. You can even clear out the energy out of your house, and we can all visualize that sound carries out through the planet, and it's just reverberating through people's minds, through their bodies, through the planet, to help them release any fear, anxiety, blocks, energy that doesn't belong to them. So the archangels can take that sound and work with it. And they're always really grateful when we, when we participate here on the planet physically. They can take what we have and really use it to the benefit for everybody. Okay, that's great. So let's see. So one of the last things that I wanted to bring onto this call is working with toning. So working with the sound of the word hue is something that I use all the time. It's kind of like working with the word om, but I like the word hue. So what happens if you start to tone or sing with the way I was toning when I was playing? It starts to clear your aura or your energy field. It actually strengthens your energy field. It clears your mind. It brings you into a place of peace, and it disconnects you from all the heaviness. So everything that feels heavy, it just disconnects you from it. And it's a really great thing to practice with if you want to. You'll find that if you start practicing with hue, your spiritual connection will get stronger. So if you do it before bedtime, you'll find that your dreams are more spiritual, more healing. You'll get guidance in your dreams, and you can connect with a guide called the Dream Master, who's called the Mahanta, that I like to work with. If you feel called to that, if that feels good to you, you can connect with help like that as well and get help in the dream state. So it's a very simple daily spiritual exercise that I use. I just sit quietly with my eyes closed and go within, take a deep breath, and then just start toning with the word hue. So you just take a deep breath, close your eyes, focus on love, the energy of love, something positive like love. And then you just tone. It just sounds like this. You can do that for about 15 to 20 minutes, whatever amount of time you have. And then when you're complete, you sit in quiet contemplation time, just listening and feeling what's going on inside. And that's another way to get that inner connection that I was talking about before. So when you're done doing about 15, 20 minutes of singing hue, then you go into the quiet space and listen. And that's where you can ask a question. You can ask about your life. You can ask a question about something that you want to know about. And it's in that quiet space when you're done, the hue, that usually that the answer comes into your mind. So it might come to you right after doing it, or it might come the next day in some other form. But it's very, very powerful. That I know for just my own experience, having used it, even times where I've been in danger or in trouble, you can actually stop right on the spot and sing hue in your mind or out loud. And it just, what it does is it connects you right to source. It's actually known as like the sound of God or source. It's actually like connects you to the sound current of that, of source. So I wanted to share that because it's really helped me a lot in my life. And so I notice if I don't do it and I skip it, I get more stressed. And I notice if I do it, everything starts to get easier, and I start to get more disciplined about going within and not getting pulled down, by what's going on. So, okay, so I'm just gonna tune in one more time here and see if there's anything else that I can give you. It's a time to really get to know yourself. And again, reiterating about the earlier message, it's the time of letting go. So even though if you might feel that you're losing things, you might be losing a job, you might be losing, it's actually a time of gaining. They're saying it's a time of gaining. You're actually gaining so much by dropping the heavy things. So even though there might be a time of transformation where things are unknown, not to worry and just trust and allow and keep that inner connection and know that you have everything that you need. You're taken care of. Just follow along with what you get. Follow your inner guidance and don't be afraid of the changes that are taking place. There's a lot of good coming. Okay, so I think that sort of completes what I wanted to share there. And so we will open it up again for any sharing or questions that anybody might have.
Hi, Annette. This is Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi. I've been using peppermint oil for sore throat, and I can feel it go all the way down into my chest, which is good because I do feel ill. But I've had headaches for about 2 weeks, and I was just wondering how I can help that.
Oh, okay. Let me tune in on that for you. Are you drinking enough water?
I could probably take more water in. Yeah, I've been drinking a bit of coffee, too much coffee maybe.
Yeah, you're not drinking enough water. So that's like a huge part of it. So what's happening is with this change that's going on the planet, we are detoxing in more ways than one. We're detoxing mentally, we're detoxing to a whole new frequency. So we need that water, we need the grounding, we need really good food, and we need the meditation. I end up getting headaches if I don't ground and if I get too much onto technology. Then I start getting this pressure band around my temples and my head starts to really hurt. And yeah, it's usually when I'm not meditating enough, or sometimes if I'm not getting enough water too. But so get grounded, get hydrated.
Okay, I'm gonna take in more water, definitely.
And meditation too.
Okay, I can do that.
Great.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Thank you, Annette. I just wanted to share about the sound when you were playing the guitar.
Uh-huh.
When you were playing the guitar, it just felt like I had my eyes closed and I was just listening, and it just felt like such a clearing, loving energy in my whole space, and just the sound seemed to be like cleansing and pulling things out. Thank you for that. That was amazing. And even the toning, I could hear the toning, and that was amazing.
Oh, good. Thanks. That's great. Yeah, it is. It is so powerful. I forget how powerful it is with sound, healing with sound. If I get too clogged up from stress or thinking, I just have to grab my guitar, start playing, and sometimes just a lot of emotion comes out. Trapped emotion I didn't even know I had. So that's another thing to be aware of, to just keep releasing any emotion and be creative. They're showing, you know, forms of creativity like coloring or painting, or to get in the creative flow when you can, as much as you can, will help to keep the energies flowing.
Right. Thank you.
Anybody else? Question or comment?
Hi, this is Mary.
Mary?
Can you hear me?
Uh,
Hello? Oh, hello?
yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. Oh, I think she might have gotten cut off accidentally.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to work this.
Oh,
I apologize. So I have low body temperature and low blood pressure, and I mean, it's kind of unusual, I think, but I've been doing energy work recently a lot more, and I'm still like, my feet are cold a lot, and I don't know if this is like, there's some sort of correlation, or I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that? Thank you.
okay. I'm just going to tune in on that. It feels like your circulation isn't flowing enough. So I don't know if you're getting enough movement. Something that will increase your circulation is what you want there. That's what it feels like to me.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anybody else? Okay. Great. Well, this has been fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for coming on the call. And I'm just going to turn off the recording.